I'm trying to find a good spot where I can get a signal. But yeah, 3 days with no power, man. And they don't know when it's gonna come back on. It's the only place I can come to get a signal. Thank y'all for all your well wishes. We're okay. A lot of people sustained, some damages and stuff, but yeah, we're okay for right now. Before y'all start with that generator stuff, man, you can't buy a generator for 200 miles from here. And that's probably my next purchase, F a car. I'm not thinking about a car. Whenever there's a generator available and somebody to install it, that's what we'll be doing. But yeah, you can't get a generator. The panic buying, the gouging prices, man, it's crazy, man. It's not so bad here in San Carlos City as in other places. But yeah, I'm just now getting a signal. The signal was out completely yesterday. You couldn't get a signal anywhere. Smart Out Globe. It was just an X where your signal would be. It was an X. What's up, Reginald Wallace? What's up, Lawrence, everybody? Yeah, I just wanted to come on here where I could get a little signal. What's up, Lister? Let everybody know, yeah, we're okay, just without power, man. And, as a foreigner, man, it's tough on you. But Filipinos, man, they're used to it. They can handle it. They go on about their lives like normal. They just switch from power mode to no power mode. It's you that's going to struggle. So it's always something to consider when you rent one of these condos. I always talking about renting, or a house or whatever, that they have a generator. But a generator really is a temporary problem. It's going to solve yours for a little while. But the stores are still going to be closed. You can look and see all these trees that are down. Yeah, the hard part, well, I want to say the hard part is over, but it's not. It's the aftermath that gets you, man. If you're fortunate enough to survive those 150-mile-an-hour winds and everything, now it's the aftermath. It's like no power, no signal, long lines at the grocery store. But this is what you deal with on the Ring of Fire. You can't complain. When you're in the Philippines, you're on the Ring of Fire, man. He said, how long will the power be out for? It's been 3 days. I don't know. The way it looks, all the way from my house to where I am now, the lines were down. Now they're making a priority for the power lines in town. Maryland said some of that power has been restored. But in all the other places, there's no power. He said there's another typhoon on the way. Yeah, I know. I hope it skips us, man. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you're going to get hit. I had a good run, man. I had a good run many years over here that I never experienced a natural disaster. Now, all of a sudden, in the last month, I've experienced 3. An earthquake, a volcano, and a typhoon, man. Just get ready for that, man. We need to talk more about this, guys. We don't. It ain't no joke over here for real. As long as, that weather holds up, you're fine. You're in a tropical paradise. You got a nice looking woman next to you. Your costs are low, but what difference does that make if you're blowing all the hell somewhere? What's up, Angelo? Man, good to hear from you. Yeah, we got hit hard, man. We were right in the eye of it. I'm trying to upload a video right now to show y'all some of them winds, man. It was tough. Hey, hello from Phoenix, Arizona. I got a good friend, Harry Shoulders, Robert Dame. He lives in Tacoma, I believe. He said, have you recovered? No, because it's the aftermath, Michael, that gets you. We survived. I'm glad to be alive. Don't get me wrong. But it's the aftermath. It always is. It was the same way in 2021 with Odette, man. You can't get any gas. There's no food in the stores. It's chaos, after. And yeah, I feel sorry for people in Bacala. They got even worse because we got hit uh, with Signal 3, Category 3. They got hit with Category 4, and it's a big city. My friend said they already gouging prices up there. Because I survived it doing Odette, same thing. A normal motorcycle ride that was 60 pesos turned into 300, man. He said, are you flooding over there? No flooding where I am, but it's muddy. Remember, I live in like a big field. So yeah, if you look at my shoes, man, they're muddy, but I had to come on out here and do that. What's up, Hollywood baby? He said, hey, brother Cal, I'm glad you and your family made it through. Yeah. Just be on the lookout, man. Be careful, man. It's going to be a lot of people, doing charities and stuff like that. Just, I say send it to the Red Cross or something, man. Because like I said, they're price gouging in Bacolod and, the panic buying everywhere. And just, use your common sense, man. The Filipinos are tough as nails, man. I'm telling you now. I've been really depressed, man, these last 3 days, really in meditation mode, man. That's all I can do to take it. Man, the days go by like years when you don't have any power or anything. But they going about their business as usual. Merle and them, like I said, they just switched from from power to no power. They cooking, playing cards, laughing, joking. People coming by. I'm like, lady, your house just blew away. What are you doing over here? Let me tell you something. Whatever you bring it to the table, they can handle it, guys. These people are tough, man. Don't let that little exterior fool you. I couldn't, man, look, I only been over here on and off. I've survived 3 natural disasters. Imagine doing this every day for your whole life, basically. But we don't even think. He said, wait, Cal, are you spoiled? Absolutely we are. If you come from America, certainly. Imagine I'm 62, dude. I hadn't experienced a natural disaster till I was 58, and it was over here. And then now in the last month, I've experienced 3. Hey! My Butchog! Yeah, see? He's out jogging. It's like, oh well, another typhoon. We've dealt with it before. It's no big deal to them. He said, what's up, Cal, everybody? Paragraph. He said, I'm glad you and your family okay. Yeah, Booby's bored. Remember, Booby's half American. Look, these guys is back to work. They're back building the hotel over here behind me. This is the extension, man, man, look how big that place is going to be. It's a 7-Eleven on the other side. I think they got some condominiums in there. Yeah, he said, oh, man, I grew up in Florida. Yeah, but until you actually been through one, I mean, really, I'm talking about it was on my doorstep, man. Like I said, when I was 10 years old, I saw one from a distance, a tornado. But when your neighbor's roof is flying off and all of that, man. What's up? He said, Big Cal, what's up? He said, you need food and water. No, we got food and water, man. We got canned goods, man. Like I said, they're used to it. It's just being without power, man. You guys take your stuff for granted, and you say, oh, just get a generator, man. You can't buy a generator for 200 miles. And then what about the people that it's going to take to install the generator? You don't just buy a generator, put gasoline in it, and turn it on. You got to connect that thing, man. But I don't know why I put off stuff like that, man, for years. Because you take it for granted. You spoil. You're like, this ring of fire is bullshit. No, it's starting, these natural disasters are getting closer and closer together. It's something you need to take into consideration, man, before you talk about moving over here. Forget some woman, man. Y'all following a woman into the ring of fire. You both are gonna burn up over here. Hey, what's up, Alexander? He said, what's up, Sunshine Shoulder? He said, hey, we're the chickens. still on the leashes. No, they took, right next door, I've got a chicken factory now. The people have opened up, they've opened up, they're raising roosters, man. You know, they're business people, though. They got a thriving business in the market. But no, they unleashed them yesterday. They put them somewhere, I guess in the house. He said, when's the next time you going to Thailand? I don't know, man. Sooner than later. you know, when we do these vlogs, man, we're speaking about our experiences up until the point of the vlog. And when you get hit by a typhoon like this, man, because I was just really getting over the typhoon that I was hit with in 2021. And here comes another one. And you start thinking to yourself, man, you know, you start looking over your shoulder. Like, when's the next one? Now they said another typhoon's coming. Hopefully it don't hit here, but that's what it does over here in some areas, man. They get hit back to back to back. But y'all don't even consider it. All y'all doing is chasing some pussy, man. You guys, man, I come on here, when I came over in 2009, I knew nothing about the Ring of Fire. I knew nothing about the rebels down south. I knew nothing about the Philippines. I be trying to put y'all up on game over here about what's really going on over here. Y'all not listening, man. All y'all want is a woman. Well, women are over here, okay? You can get a woman. That's the least you can do over here is get a woman. It's this other stuff you better start worrying about. Hey, thanks, Kaz. Yeah, I came over here, man. I'm about a mile. I walked about a mile to get this signal. I don't know. It's close to it, about half a mile. It says solar, yeah, and batteries, yeah. But you better have, y'all understand this stuff costs money, don't you? That's why I tell you that most guys over here, we can't afford to be over here for real. Because the stuff y'all talking about, solar eventually, you know, some guys over here got big money, okay? But the majority of us don't, okay? Them solar systems cost, man, the ones that's worth having, worth installing. I mean, y'all talk about this stuff, man. It's not cheap, guys. It's not cheap. Can you afford to buy a solar system in your house? And then when you renting, most of us are renting over here. We're not buying. They're not gonna have solar in your condo unit. You'll be lucky if they got a generator in your condo unit. Certainly not in your house you're renting. Hey, thank you, David. He said, Brother Cal, glad you're safe. Yeah. He said, I sure as hell don't. You know, but you're being honest, man. People don't be honest. We lie so damn much, certainly about our financial situation. You come over here bullshitting. I tell y'all this all the time after a natural disaster. It was a lot of foreigners that died down there in Tacloban. Y'all better do your research. You couldn't pay me to live in Tacloban. As much as I like that place, you couldn't pay me to live there. It's too many too many typhoons coming through there, man. And they had the big one, the mother of typhoons come through there, and a lot of foreigners died down there, man. Y'all better know what y'all doing. He said, thanks for the facts, Cal. Knowledge about the Philippines is important. It is. It's more than dating and cost of living, man. Yeah, okay. That's why you don't see me on here. I'm not complaining. Because I know now, when I first came over here, I knew nothing about the Ring of Fire. I know the Ring of Fire now. Okay, so as long as I stay over here, I don't have anything to complain about. He said generators are affordable. Okay. What are you going to get? A little 5 horsepower generator? What do you think that's going to do? Turn on your lights? He said, will you be forced to come back? No. But it's something that you have to think about. You know, if you're not used to this, it's one thing to survive the natural disaster, guys. It's the aftermath that kicks your butt. It's what we're not used to. You know. Hey, Gerald, he said, what's up, Cal? Glad to see that you and your family safe. Yeah. He said the next super typhoon is expected, wow, on November the 10th. That's crazy because once this video uploads, you're gonna see what a Typhoon, what a Signal 3 is. Imagine this is a Signal 3. It goes 4, then it goes 5. I'm like, man, we're snapping those big ass mango trees in half. Like toothpicks, man. It was nothing, man. It was just roaring through. And we saved them people. Right when my signal cut out, we saved 4 people, man. They just wandered around in the Typhoon. A woman and a baby, and then a young lady and her grandfather. I mean, the water was knee deep. I mean, you know, I'm like, what are they doing out here? It's because their house had blown away. You know, their house had blown away. Literally, I've shown y'all their house. I said, a lot of the women y'all go back in some of my videos when I walk through the last street in my subdivision, there's a little house there. And I said, a lot of the women that y'all be talking to, this is where they come from. This is how they live. It blew that whole house apart. And that's where they were coming from. He said, keeps me up and running. I got a 5,000. What do you mean? You got 5,000 what? Horsepower or what? What's the 5,000? What's up, Larry? He said, word to the wise, important info. The problem right now would be breaking, what's this thing? Breaking traditions. It's finding one. Okay, you know, the day before the Typhoon, they probably were on sale. Now you can't find them. And that's how it always is. Now this guy says, let me see what he's saying. Yeah, he said, damn, man, I'm providing power and internet to the church next door to me, and all family and friends and neighbors, about 50 folks charging all devices and using my Wi-Fi. I have Starlink, so as long as my generator's running, we got internet. He said his generator is a 15 kilowatt diesel, and 2.5 years ago I paid 270,000 pesos for the complete package with automatic transfer switch. See, he knows what he's doing. That's the hit man. He lives near that volcano. Yeah, you got 5 kilowatts. He's got 15 kilowatts. So his is 3 times. So how much did you pay for yours? Yeah, it's worth it. He says that family getting help. Well, you know, like I said, we let them stay over there. We gave them dry clothes. We fed them, let them stay there till it was over. And then they left. I think they got family somewhere around. But when that house blew apart, they was just out, you know, wandering around. But, you know, they try to be shy, man. We basically had to beg them to come in the house. Like, get in here. You want to die? And they're, you know, they're too bashful. You know, my mother calls that foolish pride. You know, I'm talking about those 150 mile an hour winds. And, you know, I'm like, just come into our house. You know, you can come in here until the storm, you know, calms down. We had to beg them basically to come into the house. He said it doesn't run everything, but lights and fridge, yeah. But instead of buying me a car, I'm going to buy me a good generator once everything settles back down. I'm not studying a car, man. I don't need a car anyway. But see, they've gone back to normal. Everybody's back to normal over here, but us. He says, salute from D.C. We're glad you and the family. Hey, thanks. What's it? James? Jamal. He said, speaking of knowledge, Baguio had a category 7 back in the day, tore the entire city down. I don't believe there is a category 7. I know they had in 1990, they had a 7 point something earthquake that tore the whole city down. But there's only a Category 5 typhoon. But remember, I told you, he says that family getting help. Filipinos are tough as nails. They find a way, man. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't deal with it like that, man. These 3 in a row, really 2, because I wasn't here for the volcano. But that volcano can blow at any time. It makes you think, it makes you think now. It's got me thinking. How many more of these damn typhoons can I deal with? The Philippines gets about 20 a year. And this is what you gotta understand. Everybody's selling everything, and all for a woman, man. Y'all pitiful, man. When people are here telling you don't do it for a woman, get all your information together. A woman is gonna be the least of your worries. All you got to do is come over here, and you'll see that everybody who wants a woman has a woman. Some of the most hideous looking guys on the planet are with a woman over here. Man, you better be on something more than chasing a woman over here. Hey, thank you, Eddie Russell. Yeah. Thank you. He said, I plan to buy a house in the Philippines. Thank you for the information about the Ring of Fire. Yeah, most of us don't even think about it. We don't think about it. I mean, on a vacation, you may get, you're going to be fortunate. But if you live over here, it's only a matter of time. You're going to get it. He said, my lady's area in Talisay, Cebu was hit very hard. Massive flooding. Her house was spared. I saw some videos, man, cars floating around through there. He said, you should meet my friend Charles Stone. Where does he live? And these islands, man, there's a lot of islands over here. He said, I'm low-key glad I didn't move to Cebu. I feel for the people there, though. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, cuz eventually it's coming your way. Just count your blessings right now. Is what I'm saying, guys. It's going to hit you. I don't care where you live. Imagine this area hadn't had a typhoon. When it hit in 2021, it hadn't had a typhoon here in 30 years. Now all of a sudden it's had 2 in 4 years. And on top of the earthquakes and stuff. The thing about it with Manila is when it finally hits either an earthquake or, one of them Category 5 typhoon, man, it's gonna hurt a bunch of people. He said Luzon, okay, Frank, he said Luzon is getting the next storm on Monday. See, you need to be careful, cuz it's coming your way now. Yeah, Hitman, what's up? Yeah, you got that 15 kilowatt, 270,000 2.5 years ago. They'll probably want 500,000 for that right now. They're price gouging over here. They do that after every typhoon. It's not so bad here in San Carlos City as it is in these urban cities. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I mean, but they do, man. And pretty soon the government is going to come out with a memo saying if we catch you price gouge, it's going to be problems. But they'll do it all the way up until it's over. Because a friend of mine, Jim, lives in Bacolod. See, they got hit hard, Bacolod did, with a Category 4. He said power's been out for 3 days. They're talking about 5 more days up there. Now, that's an urban city like Cebu, Dumaguete, Iloilo, and all that. He said that all the hotels are $140 and up on Laxon Avenue. See, that's unacceptable, man. And it's going to be who you know. So, the little hotel workers, the little managers, they got a little power now, and they're going to let people in. They're going to earn a few dollars off of that, but the universe is always watching, man. I mean, to profit off of somebody's misery, man. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like those young guys say, that's diabolical, man. That's crazy work, man. But they do it. He said, I'm understanding that it's more to it there than just being a man. Yeah, you against Mother Nature, man, you're gonna lose. But like I said, we just talk about our experiences at the moment. And everybody's experiences are different. And a lot of these guys, man, they just got over here. So you get all this happy-go-lucky bullshit on these vlogs. It ain't their fault. They haven't been here long enough. They haven't went through a cattle. Man, I went through a super typhoon, the second largest on record. Okay, second only to Typhoon Yolanda in 2013. These guys ain't been through nothing, man. So they whistling around and, jumping, happy and smiling. Wait till one of them damn typhoons hit their ass. Their vlogs will change. They'll come back. It's going to bust that pink cloud. But right now, they're on a pink cloud, guys. Banks are closed. See, it's supposed to be Fiesta right now. Fiesta was supposed to be 4 and 5. So they canceled it. Today is the 6th. And then now it's supposed to be 7, 8, 9. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If they can get all this stuff cleaned up. He said, what time is it? What's up, Cal and Sunshine Shows community? Yeah, crazy, yeah, with that price gouging, man. But they do it like it's nothing, man. They don't even bat an eye and do it. They can't wait, because Marilyn was saying the other day, and she knows, she's been here her whole life. She says a lot of these people, they're happy that it was a natural disaster because they know they're going to earn money off of it. That's crazy, man. That is crazy work right there. I'd rather be broke and just never let it come through. But this is the type of stuff we don't know about the places where we decide we're going to move to. Come on, guys, get the thumbs up, man. It's 170 people on here. I got 50. I'm out here sweating, man. My balls off. Trying to give y'all some information, man. Damn, hit the thumbs up. You watching the damn video. It's free. I mean, it's no big deal. Just hit the damn thumbs up. He said, my girl had the nerve to not evacuate after I told her that I could get her and the family a hotel. She said she didn't want to leave her things in the house. I told her to never do that shit again. Yeah, man. I hate to use the word resilient, man, because it's overused, but it's true over here. Imagine some people start over and over and over. Look at the people in Bago, Cebu. Remember, they're the ones who got hit hard with the earthquake. 74 people died. I mean, so many injured, so many missing, all the buildings collapsing. And now here they get hit hard with this typhoon. It was just October the 2nd, I believe, when the earthquake was there. Because I looked at a message that the guy sent me. It was October 2nd. He said, are you okay? I saw where the earthquake hit. And here it is, November the 4th. When it was November 4th when the typhoon hit. About a month. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm happy. He said, you survived that, bitch. Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm glad to be alive. Okay, he said, needs to hit the bed. Where are you in, Hawaii somewhere? He said, that's crazy to be happy about a typhoon. People died over 100 last time I saw. Wow. See, I didn't know, but, people profit, man. These natural disasters, believe it or not, are big business, man. But that's not just in the Philippines. You know, when a natural disaster hits America, one of them hurricanes in Florida, people make millions. All them construction jobs and stuff, but it's deep, man. You know, human beings, man, we're some fucked up creatures anyway. I'll tell you that. We're not capable of doing the right thing consistently, man. If we were, man, life would be a whole lot better. Hey, thank you. What's this? Anthony, for that super chat. Anthony Aris. Anthony Harris. Oh, I'm sorry, because it broke it up in two. For the super chat, he said, "Good day, Sunshine Shoulders. The Sunshine Shoulders community, glad to see you. When you get time, check out some of the emails that I sent to you. Take care, stay strong, man. I appreciate it. I will. I saw where it was an accident, man, in my hometown. UPS plane, the engine fell off. And, man, it was like a ball of fire. I don't know how many people were injured or killed. I didn't have a signal. I just saw the message. Carl said, general reminder to be vigilant if you're on the dating sites. Some opportunists will use the Typhoon to play with your heartstrings. Yeah, I just said that. That's true. They'll take pictures out here of somebody else's house that fell down and tell you it's theirs. You know. He said, Europe here, by the way, what's the best course of action when a typhoon approaches our province homes? He says, I'm about to relocate to Central Philippines, and I'm afraid for my girlfriend's house and our belongings. Well, really just hope and pray that you're not in the eye of it, and that you didn't cheat yourself on the construction of your house. Because, see, that's what we do. When you come over here and you don't get an engineer to build your house, when you just get a couple of the locals to do it and you're trying to cut back on save a few dollars, it's going to cost you. But it's really just, you know, just hoping and praying that it don't hit while you're there. And some people live here their whole life without being affected. That's what I thought I was going to do, because it never crossed my mind. For years, you know, I didn't even know anything about a ring of fire and how susceptible we are to natural disasters over here. I had no idea, guys. And then all of a sudden, man, it started hitting back to back to back. You read about the stuff, but it's always the other guy. When you come over here and you go 3 or 4 days, 5 days a week without no damn water and without no electricity, you're going to start rethinking your retirement plan. That's what's going to happen. Okay? He said 16 people are missing from the crash. Wow. That was a UPS plane, right? He said, but I don't say anything, not trying to have immigration issues, but if this was back in Brooklyn, it would be a different story. Even the security dudes there are just disrespectful. What are you talking about, Young Fresh Global Travel? Well, let me go back and see if I can. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand what, I don't see the context. He said her roof was blown off, but her walls were still there, solid. Thinks she used concrete for it. We need to talk to her about the proper construction and cost if we can handle it. Yeah, you may want to, you see how the engineer built my roof on a slant. If you just build a straight across roof, man, you're gonna sustain damage. And a lot of the times, that's what you'll see over here. You'll see 4 walls and just a flat roof on top. The wind's gonna pick that up. He said it's one thing to look, but they are straight up thirsty out here and would disrespect your woman if you are walking with her. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the only reason why I wouldn't bring a woman back to America, unless I absolutely had to. It wasn't my woman, man. It was you guys over there. You wouldn't give her a break. It's like you never seen a woman before. You know, and we think we could just say and catcall and say anything to any woman we want to in America. It's just not true, man. I mean, it got bad with my woman. Hey, what's up, Cooper Tire Adventures? He said, hey, brother Cal, glad you're okay. Stay safe. Hearing there's another one coming on Friday. Be safe. Yeah. The hitman said it's supposed to hit somewhere up in Luzon, but I mean, it doesn't make me feel good because I know somebody else get ready to get hit. He said, Calvin, what's the longest power outage you dealt with there? Right now, three days. It's tough, man. It's tough. You know, and Marilyn leaves me alone because she knows I can't really deal with it. I mean, I'm not going to be honest. She said, well, how you feel? I said, I don't feel good. It's hot. There's no power, you know. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no communication. There's no nothing. I mean, you know, what am I supposed to feel? And they'll just go on with their life, man. They in there playing cards, and they would sing karaoke if they could, but ain't no electric. It's you that's going to suffer. But yeah, 3 so far. Oh, he said 11. Wow. Confirmed dead. Well, you know, it's only a matter of time, man. There's a lot of planes, you know, that's the hub in Louisville of UPS. A lot of planes, man. I mean, you never don't see a plane flying in or out of that airport. He said, you're right, Cal. What's up, Juice? Human beings just refuse to do the right thing 100% of the time. We'll do it some of the time. He said 20% of the time or 70% of the time, but we refuse to respect our fellow man. We just won't do it. It's just something in us, man. We're just animals for real. There's nothing divine about the human being, man. I don't care what anybody says. All you got to do is look around you. I mean, we just won't do the right thing. Imagine these billionaires over in America got the nerve to cut off Medicaid and food stamps. You cocksuckers, y'all better be glad I'm not over there. He said, what's up, Soul Snatch? She said, what's up, Cal? He said, how's everything going with you? The next typhoon is a couple of days away. Will it hit you? I'm not for sure. I'm just now online right now. The good thing about not having internet is you know, you're not as stressed, man. The internet stresses you out, guys. It's too much information. It's always bad. I don't know who comes across my YouTube screen more, Shadua Sanders or Donald Trump. And it's, you know, talk about how Shadua Sanders is being effed over by the Cleveland Browns, and then of course it's Donald Trump. But it's always something, man. It's so much information, and most of it's bad. But when you don't have the internet, man, you do calm down. After 3 days of not having the internet, man, I'm calmed down. Hey, thank you, Paragraphics, for the super chat. He said, I can finally send money now. I forgot my password, so I couldn't do it before. Well, I appreciate it, man. I just want to let y'all know, you know, the super chats is something that that YouTube came up with. The vloggers, we didn't come up with that. And YouTube, they take 45% of my super chat. I just want to let you know. He said, yeah, a UPS cargo plane. It was on its way to Honolulu. Wow. He said, hey, Sunshine Shoulders, it is good to know that you and the family are good. Yeah, that's why I came on here, man. When Marilyn said, yeah, they got a little signal, I knew I could come over here and go live for a little while. Passport X says, Cal, buy a car that has an engine that also runs as a generator. Well, I saw that truck. I think he paid 1.9 million, man. I'm not trying to invest that kind of money, man. You got to understand, even if you have a generator, guys, you got to have that thing hooked up. Generators, you just don't buy a generator, set it next to your house, put gas in it, and fire it up. I can imagine what those guys are doing right now. They're busy. I know they're charging top dollar, but I'm going to get me a generator. That's my next major purchase. I'm not studying no car. He said, I see what you mean. We pay for our infrastructure. Yeah, you have a well-built house, Cal. The more money you got, the better infrastructure you got. You see the hitman on here, Frank. He got the money. You see, he got that 15 kilowatt generator at his house. But he got a beautiful house, swimming pool and all that. You know, some guys over here got money, man. Most of us don't, guys. We don't have that kind of money. He's running, not only that generator that he's got is powering the church next door, and he said about 50 neighbors. You know, but he's a good guy. He's really a great guy to do that. You know, I'm pretty sure I can go over my buddy's house, Sydney. I'm pretty sure he's got a real deal generator, you know, but unless it's just an absolute emergency, man, I wouldn't intrude on people like that. I mean, really. But yeah, everybody says, hey, do people use generators? Yeah, they do. The ones that can afford them. But right now, you couldn't find a generator. If you did, it's probably going to be 3 or 4 times more expensive. Okay, I'm sorry. They just do that over here, man. I don't know. They get away with it. But yeah, the more money you got, the better infrastructure you got. So most of the people who come over here and complain about the infrastructure, they're just regular guys. They don't have the money, okay, for the real infrastructure, because it's over here. Okay, it's over here. If you paying, man, you think I'm going to pay $800 or $1,000 a month and the condo doesn't have a generator that's going to power everything if something goes out? It better. He said, I'm glad you're safe. I saw your live stream last night when it cut off. Yeah. And was scared. Yeah, and was scared. Stay safe. All you guys, signing off from here. Catch you on the next one. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it cut off at the time when I was inviting those people into my house. And the thing about it is, they were shy, man. They didn't want to come in. I'm like, well, I mean, we had to beg them to come in here, man. If it showed it on my live stream before it cut off, man, you see what I'm talking about. That's foolish pride right there. My mother calls that foolish pride. When you ashamed to ask for help and ashamed to accept help. Yeah, you being foolish. And when they finally came in, they ain't have no choice. He said, do you go to those brownout parties? I don't know what you're talking about. He said, Willie D loves talking bad about Donald Trump all the time. Well, I'm just saying, if you get off the internet, man, I promise you, man, your blood pressure is going to go down. You're going to feel a whole lot better. That's one of the good things about not having power on the internet and an internet signal. But we're so used, it's like we can't go without the internet. But I promise you, you take a few days off from the internet, man, you feel refreshed, man. All right, thank you, Pearl Graphics. I appreciate it. He says, amazing how fast you get used to the internet. A phone, yeah. You still have the muscle memory most of my life without internet. Yeah, you really need it. It's become a necessity, man. You're scrambling without it. But after a few days, it calms down. It's like anything. It's like when I did that 40-day no sugar, the first few days you struggle, but then after a while, it's like, oh, it's no big deal. You could keep going and going. It's the same with the internet, man. I could go without it. The only reason I'm coming now is because when the signal hit, I could receive messages. I couldn't send them out. I had 18 WhatsApp messages. 20-something Facebook Messenger messages. I couldn't check my emails. So I said, well, let me walk out here and see what's going on and let people know I'm okay. What's up, Roger Walker? Thanks for checking in, Raymond. He said, I remember the power going out in Maryland for a week. I still had to go to work. Lucky so far we haven't had much rain in Angeles. Yeah, it just moves around. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you're going to get hit, guys. I hate to tell you that, but it is. You may be over here 4 or 5 years before it hits you. But all you got to do is go through one natural disaster over here, and it'll make you think. It'll change your whole perspective on the Philippines. You'll be starting to think, well, do I really want this? But most of us haven't experienced it yet. So you don't get those type of vlogs. You're not getting that perspective. You're still getting the pink cloud, the party over here, tropical paradise stuff, because it was almost out of my system from 2021. And then I got hit again. The earthquake. And now this. Because that earthquake, man, it was no joke, guys. It was a 6.9. You hear me? My whole house was shaking. I thought it was going to shake down. I thought the walls was going to come in. I never felt anything like that before. And you just think, is this just a place that I should come and visit? Or is it a place, where I want to live? I'm in deep now. I'm dug in, man. I got a house. I got a daughter over here. He said that little squatter house away from you, did it get blown down? Man, he built that house good. The roof, part of the front roof came off, and a couple of them papaya trees fell on his house, but no, it stood up, man. Now, the other one around the corner, I believe that's his grandkids or something that they live in. Now, that thing got blown down. But this guy built that house. Man, it was good. He's lucky. I'm uploading the video. You're going to see there's some mango trees that got snapped in half. He's lucky they fell the other way. If they'd have fell the opposite way, it would have crumbled his house, probably killed him. But no, that house is still standing, man. But it was a concrete wall across from me in that big, I think it's like a community place. Man, it blew down. The only thing that saved us, the wind was blowing in the opposite way, or like parallel to our house, because if it would have been blowing in that same direction, it would have blew my wall down, because my wall is pitiful. That back wall, he said, Cal, I'm on the internet 5 hours a day. It's gotten out of hand. At least you're honest about it. Most of us don't go anywhere without our phone in our hand and checking it constantly. He said, good day, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm watching from Chicago. What's up? Who's this? Jose Ortiz. Yeah, thank you, brother. What's up, Michael Beach Alive? Yeah, when you coming back? He said, how bad did it hit San Carlos City, man? It hit us hard. Look behind me. Look at these trees down right there. I'm in a place where there's nothing but trees, man. It's all kind of trees down. Look right behind me right there. I mean, there's trees all down. And, if your girlfriend lives in a squatter area of the province, check on them, because, those dwellings up there, man, they couldn't withstand a 3, certainly a 5. He said, man, that typhoon might come during my wife's child delivery. Man, I hope not, because that would be a disaster. Well, fortunately for you, I think you said your wife is having a baby, what, the 18th? And congratulations, man. And give that girl a break. She's getting ready to drop the baby, man. I hope you ain't trying to go off up in her right now, Q, because I know you little dusty man. You probably trying to get some head or something, man. Leave that woman alone, man. Let her have a baby. He said, I have family in Jensen, Philippines. Oh, okay. I don't think they got hit. Hey, thanks. Life will change. He said, good to see you okay, Cal. I appreciate it. He said, this might sound crazy, but I'm looking forward to my first natural disaster experience. I will learn if I will cower or sustain. I will learn a few things about myself. Yeah, because, if you're American, man, we really got it easy. We've had it easy up until this point. You'll see that you're stronger than what you've shown up to this point. He said that's what they say. Why some people in the Philippines stay in poverty, because trying to rebuild after each disaster, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, imagine losing stuff. Imagine starting over, not of your own um, problems, but because of nature. Some people get on drugs, some people gamble, get a divorce, and they have to start over. But imagine starting over 5 or 6 times during your life because a typhoon that came through and blew everything down. He said, hey, Cal, where you been? I haven't been seeing you in a while. Well, we haven't had power. We had a typhoon come straight through here. We were in the eye of the typhoon. He said, I saw Cebu got it bad. I'm not sure. I've got a friend that's contacting me. He's asking me, am I okay? And he's in Cebu, so I don't know. It was in the eye, though. Whenever we're in the eye, Cebu is in the eye. He said, man, I don't think natural disasters is the type of tourism you want to experience. Yeah. Your life could be over. Yeah, you don't want that, man. That's why I was so high on this place, because I was speaking from a position of never having to go through these things, man. Now I've been through 4 in the last 4 years, 3 in the last month. And you start thinking to yourself, man, what's really going on? Your whole perspective changes. And then people be like, oh, they'll say vloggers are flip-flopping. Fool, you don't know what you're talking about. You go through a damn super typhoon and see, don't your perspective change? Armchair bros. Yeah, leave that woman alone, Q. Yeah, I don't get flooding over where I am. But yeah, in parts of San Carlos City, see, that's what I worry. I may be okay, but I know close by people are struggling. They really are. He said, I've been in the military. I've seen and been in natural disasters. Yeah, it ain't nothing like one on your doorstep, though. He said, Ron Lawson says, good to see you. You're okay. Yeah, I'm okay, guys. He said, wow, stay safe, man. I want to come there, and I still plan to, but I've never thought of earthquakes and typhoons. And I know they happen. I'm glad to see you. Yeah. And don't feel bad, because most men watching this, it never crosses their mind. They're chasing a woman over here. They don't know nothing about the Philippines. A lot of men right now are into clothing, man. You couldn't pay me to live into clothing, lady. A Bilaran, a Samar. And those are beautiful places, man, but you couldn't pay me to stay there, man. It's not a matter if. You're really going to get hit every year over there. That's Typhoon Alley in Central Luzon, up in Bicol. Y'all should check on Brother K. Well, that's right. This next typhoon's supposed to hit up that way where he is. He gets a lot of flooding all the time. He said, I was more likely to be killed in Los Angeles, California by stress or crime than any natural disaster in the Philippines. That's why I moved to Manila 2 months ago. Y'all will count your blessings, brother, is all I'm saying. Because it's all timing anyway. And you do pick your poison. It's like, okay, do I want to be killed by one of these gang members? I don't want to take my chances with an earthquake or a typhoon, but it's coming, man, over here. So just, if you hear it, just enjoy yourself, man. Don't even worry about it, but prepare for it. Know that you're on the ring of fire. And a lot of guys don't even realize it. They know nothing about the ring of fire. He said, I wonder if Cambodia gets typhoons. Well, I think this is, the Philippines is right on the Ring of Fire. So the Philippines is the worst over here. But Japan gets hit a lot. Vietnam gets hit more than Thailand. He said, yeah, leave that woman alone, Q. He said, I'll be moving there next year with my wife and 3-year-old daughter. She will be 4 in January next year, and I plan to fly back in July 2026. Oh, you mean in General Santos? In General Santos, down that way, they get a lot of earthquake activity. But other than that, like I said, man, Dumaguete didn't get hit. They did get a small earthquake. I was watching Brent Trippin's channel. He said they got a 5.3. He said Japan got it real bad with earthquakes, yeah. He said, Cal, I kid you not, my colleague went to the Philippines and supposed to stay 2 weeks. My boss said a young one got a hold of his old ass. He's staying another week, yeah. Oh, that's nothing. The guy who came here, he was only supposed to be here 2 weeks. He ended up staying 2 months and went back, got all his things together and moved back over here. He said, damn, Cal, earthquake last week, typhoon this week, and another in a few days. You're getting some experience. You can work for the Red Cross. It amazes me how Filipinos can go through something like this and then go about their business like nothing ever happened. The same day, really. He said Jasper's in that Typhoon Alley. Oh, Japan is in that Typhoon Alley, yeah. Well, the Ring of Fire is all over here, the Pacific Ring of Fire. But the Philippines is right on it, man. I mean, you can go your whole life. I literally went my whole life without ever experiencing a natural disaster till I came over here. You're more likely to experience one here than anywhere else in the world. And it's true. I went till I was 58, man. I never experienced a natural disaster. I come here now, I've experienced 4. He said, hey, Cal, Lapu-Lapu is doing good. I'm hearing Lapu-Lapu. Yeah, I don't think Cebu got hit as hard as a lot of these places. But one good thing about Odette, what they did was, people don't take it for granted anymore. When Odette was coming, people was like, yeah, all right, they always say the typhoons are coming. We may get some heavy rain or winds, but we're not going to get no typhoon, right? And that's why it ended up killing so many people. People didn't evacuate. They didn't prepare. They didn't lock down. But this time they took it seriously. They got caught off guard with Odette because it hadn't been a typhoon in this way for over 3 decades. He said, I never experienced a natural disaster. However, living in the Philippines, I know I'm due for one. Yeah, you're due for one eventually. Flooding, it's just, right now, in some places, man, in Cebu, depending on where you are, the water's up to the neck. Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience, he posted a video on Facebook. Man, cars and trucks is floating out there in Cebu. Depending on what part of Cebu you in. Ron says, your power still out, Cal? Yeah. And did you hear about the plane crash in Kentucky? I did. This power is not going to be on. Now, you see, these guys are working. They got to generate over there. So the power's still out over here. See, I go home this way. Every line from that building over there all the way down is down. They'll get to it, but the city proper is the priority because they really want to have that fiesta, man. And that'll be crazy, right? To have that fiesta, but this is the Philippines, man. They're tough as nails. Y'all think y'all be doing something to these girls over here, man? They chew you up and spit you out. Y'all guys don't know what y'all dealing with over here for real. Don't let that little soft exterior fool you, man. These women are hard over here. They gotta be. You gotta be hard to live here, man, and deal with this on a daily basis. Not just the natural disasters, but the economic struggle. Everything, man. And you think you're just walking around here, you know, you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna blow her back out. She's laughing at you. Is that all you got? Yeah. And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your back out. You guys don't know, man. Them girls are looking at y'all like, okay, just keep the money flowing. You know, you can blow out my back as much as you want. He said, Uncle, instead of a car, maybe it's time for a boat. No, I'm going to get a good generator hooked up. I'm not going through this shit anymore, but I'm going to have to wait for a little while till it calm down. Generators, man, are like diamonds right now. And then the people that install them, I know they done jacked up their prices. So I'm going to wait till business is bad again, because it won't take long. Business will be bad again. They'll go on a long drought over here without any brownouts and anything, because normally San Carlos City don't get brownouts, man. This place is managed really, really well. And you know, we've got that solar farm up the road, about 10 miles up the road. So, you know, they better get their money while they can. I'm going to wait. Hey, what's up? He said, what's up, big dog? Love from Tampa, Florida. He said, yeah, they're predicting a mega earthquake. In where? In my area of National Capital Region. Yeah, they are. Massive tectonic plates in Manila. Yeah, they haven't moved in 500 years. They do. I ain't trying to scare anybody. Just be knowing, man, that it's there. When you decide, hey, I want to move in Manila, because all them high-rise, all them people, one of the most congested cities in the whole world, people are going to die, man. Hopefully it won't happen in my lifetime. I won't have to see it, because I've seen enough, really, over here. I've seen enough. And to the guy who got on here last time talking about, yeah, y'all go 8,000 miles to help people, but you won't help nobody at home. Man, you full of shit, dude. You come over here and see some of the stuff that you're going to see over here, and it doesn't move you to at least give to the Red Cross or something, then you dead already. You dead. Your soul is dead. And they don't even ask you for their help, because they're going to make it. They can make it when you can. You got all that money and all that comfort, and you can't make it. I bet the airport is full of foreigners right now heading out of the Philippines. We can't take it. They can. But yeah, guys, let me get off here, man. Thank you for your super chat, super stickers, guys, all your support. I wanted to check in before I got checked in to the damn funeral director, man. There's some people that lost their life, man. But be careful out here, guys. These girls are going to be asking for money. I saw where Robert Dame Harry Shoulders, some girl messaged him, sent him a picture of a blown down structure. And I was like, look at that structure and tell me if she lived in that when it was fully built. You can't even live in that when it was fully built. And she says, here's her exact words, ask Harry. Help me, baby, is what she said. Be careful, guys, okay? We give enough money away frivolously over here. I'm talking about we give away fortunes. Hey, thank y'all, man. He said, have a great day, Cal. Y'all appreciate it, man. Y'all take care. I'm trying to upload a video. I don't know if it uploaded or not.